Let's go to a public meeting. We got our city manager here, of course. Down here today for the second Elmira meeting. The last one we were kicked out for saying too much blowjobs. PSDS in full force down here. They would rather kick somebody out and not deal with the actual problem and cover it up. So we're gonna go ahead and get inside here. We got a public meeting at 5:30. We should be any minute here. Anything metal? Belts and all. Let's see. Keys and 2 batteries. Oh, coins on the other side. Got the mother load. Right. Yep. What you got? Change? Any change in your pockets?
I took the change out. You get all? Okay, I got it. Okay.
Go back to and walk through them and see where it is.
I do the bracelets.
Come on back.
Boots?
Most likely, I assume. Hang on one second. Okay, anything else? Okay, go ahead. Okay. Yep, you're welcome. Okay, anything else? I'm just extra slow and geared up compared to these guys.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks. You're welcome. Anything metal in there?
Phones?
Yep, phones, wallets, interchange, coins. So those of you guys who've seen the first video, today they're actually going to sanction a board member who they think spoke to us outside. It's a little ridiculous. I don't know the guy. I've never met him. But they're going to sanction him because of my video and my appearance last time here because they think he's the one who spilled the beans on the information. But to be quite frankly honest, I never met the guy. So let's go ahead and get in here. A little background for you guys.
Policy and there's constitution.
Pretty packed hall down here.
I'd like to welcome everyone tonight to a regular meeting of the Elmira City Council. Before we start the Pledge of Allegiance, I just want to know there is no video recording of the meeting except for by the press. So with that, please rise to the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please be seated. The clerk, please call the roll. Sir, that the video camera's got to be off. It's your second warning.
This guy wants a lawsuit.
Chief, he's refusing.
This is an open public meeting. I'm abide by the law right now.
The mayor wants you to turn the camera off.
I could care less what the mayor wants. I'm abiding by the law. Get away from me. The mayor can't shut down cameras in the public meeting. It's a violation of the First Amendment. Everybody's a freedom of press.
You want him removed, Mayor, so, or do you just shut off the camera or remove? Or- I'm just asking you nicely to shut off the camera.
I'm telling you to abide by the New York State law, open meetings law. I'm not shutting off the camera. I am the press.
Are you refusing to follow the directive?
I'm abiding by the meetings rules right now.
What meetings rules?
Open meetings law. The mayor can't turn off cameras and decide who's press here. Is he out of his mind? You swore an
He's
oath.
out of his mind.
You swore an oath to protect my
I'm
rights.
asking you,
not-
giving you a directive, okay? Please do not film in here. That's what he's asking about, and then you can enjoy the rest of the meeting. You can get up and speak. So he's just asking you not to
Everybody in
film
this
right
room,
now.
everybody in this room has the right to film here.
So are you refusing to
I'm
follow
gonna,
my directive?
I'm gonna film this public meeting.
Mayor? Yeah. I just confirmed with Corporation Counsel, there's nothing in our council procedures or rules that hinders anyone from recording in this public building during a public meeting, and I do think the gentleman here in the audience is entitled to do so, per New York State law as well.
I agree.
I agree.
You all swore an oath to the Constitution. They should all be abiding, especially this guy right
He
here.
hasn't caused any disruptions thus far. If anything, we're causing the disruption right now. So if we could just proceed with the agenda, I think everybody here would appreciate that.
And I'm fine with that, just as long as we keep it, keep it civil, please. Huh?
Can the attorney respond to that? Does he have a right to record?
You don't want to get himself wrapped up in a lawsuit with the mayor.
Okay, with that, go ahead.
Stupid asses.
Councilmember Ross? Here. Councilmember Wilson? Here. Councilmember Cook?
Here.
Councilmember Brand?
Here.
Councilmember Brasso?
Here.
Councilmember Duffy?
Here.
Mayor Dell?
Here.
Resolution 2026-29, sponsored by Councilmember Moss. Act on resolution dispensing with the minutes of the regular meeting that was scheduled for January 26, 2026, but held on January 27, 2026, due to inclement weather.
Any questions or comments? Hearing none, clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Moss?
Aye.
Councilmember Wilson?
Aye.
Councilmember Cook?
Aye.
Councilmember Brand?
Aye.
Councilmember Brasso?
Aye.
Councilmember Duffy?
Aye.
Mayor Dell?
Aye. This brings us to the first public comment portion of the meeting. Anyone who wishes to address the council on agenda items only, please come forward, state your name and address for the record, and please limit your comments to 5 minutes, and please remember we cannot respond to your comments. If you're not a resident of the city, please wait to be recognized by a council member before speaking. This opens the first public comment portion. Name and address, please, for the record.
My name is Dan Erie County. My residency is classified information under the Fourth Amendment of the United States Constitution. I do not, and under New York State law, I do not have to give my address. So My residency, as good as it gets, is Erie County.
No, you gotta give us your address.
Well, I do not have to give you my address, as New York State law and the Fourth Amendment of the United States Constitution. Does the attorney like to speak up again, possibly?
Sir, the rules provide that a speaker provide their name and their residence address.
There's case law on this out of, I believe it's Yonkers, where a woman was harassed and stalked, and there's actual case law that proves my point, besides the Fourth Amendment that you all swore an oath to. And the only person in this whole council that would have spoke up for my rights today was one gentleman, which I'm here to speak about on the agenda item that you guys are doing. So I'm going to start speaking unless somebody...
No, you gotta give your address.
Mayor,
Yes.
I know our rules state that we require the speaker to state their name and address, but NICOM, New York Conference of Mayors, municipal officials, and the Committee on Open Government both clearly state that we do not require it. We may ask, but speakers are not required to give that information.
Mr. Mayor, the individual who's so worried that he's going to be harassed if he gives his address didn't have any problem participating in putting my private cell phone number out to 70,000 plus people who harassed me. So I'm going to expect him to be held to the same standard that he's held me to.
Mr. Mayor, Gary Brin here is a public servant who works for the public. He is, his information that was gotten off a public website is public information. I am a private citizen, Mr. Mayor. You guys are all public servants that are required to identify, and your names are public record. I am a private citizen here to speak. I'm not waiving my Fourth Amendment rights. I'm going to claim my time here and speak. So would somebody like to recognize me so I can claim my time?
I'll recognize the mayor.
All right, today I'm down here to speak my 5 minutes on a term that I seem to have been created here in Elmira. It's PSDS, Public Servant Derangement Syndrome. This is where public servants are so deranged that they would kick me out of a public meeting for using words, but yet they wouldn't investigate their own inside counterparties that, according to a federal lawsuit, would, I think that if the ex-chief of police really has a picture of the city manager in his underwear, wet, skin-tight underwear, and so, I mean, I think all that guy should have done is show some of these people on this board this picture, and then next thing you know it, they would have been, it would have been taken care of.
Speaker out of order.
Speaker's out of order.
Out of order for how?
You're not addressing the purpose of the first public portion of the meeting.
The first portion of the public meeting is when you're trying to sanction a guy who I've never even spoken to personally, and I've never met, but he's the only one sticking up for my rights down here. In your public meeting here, you have on the schedule to sanction this guy somehow because in the video or some format, the person I was with somehow shook the man's hand outside. He was a council member. I don't know why we wouldn't shake the council member's hand outside. And you guys want to sanction this guy. You guys are holy heck out of line here on this. So that's what I'm up here to speak about. So that's how it ties in. And the point in the matter is you guys want to sanction somebody, but you guys don't want to fix the actual problem. And that's public servant derangement syndrome, when you guys are so deranged in your heads that you don't honor your oaths to the Constitution that you all swore. Only one person here stuck up for my rights today. And now you want to sanction this guy because you think he told me something, or because he didn't tell you guys I was here. That man doesn't know who I am. I never met him until today, really. This is the first time I ever even come close to speaking to the man because he stuck up for my rights today. So that's my 5 minutes, and that's what I'm here to speak about on the sanctioning. All you guys on the board members who vote on sanctioning or not sanctioning better shut that shit down because that's BS.
I don't know this fellow.
What's your name and address, please?
Russell Nelson, 323 West Clinton, Corey Cook's responsibility. I don't know this fellow. I really don't care about anything he feels does or say or anything, but if he sues us, even if he's completely wrong, it's going to cost us money to defend ourselves. So since I don't see him hurting anybody by filming.
Could you speak about the resolution that's on the agenda, please? That's what we're.
Oh, you mean the one where you're censoring?
Yes, that's what this
Nick.
is for agenda items only.
Okay, where you're censoring Nick for knowing Craig Colwell and being introduced to one of Craig Colwell's friends. I'm a friend of Craig Colwell's as well, and well, I've never met Dwayne before, he was sitting right there. You can probably go online and find some interaction between me and Craig Colwell, just like you found some videotape of Nick talking to Craig outside. Are you gonna censure Nick because he knows me and you could probably say that I know Dwayne and Dwayne was causing trouble here? I'm not following your logic, I'm sorry.
I'm here to speak on the sanction of Nick. I've been here several times. Oh, I'm sorry. Rick Plum, 513 Jefferson, Elmira, New York. I'm speaking on the situation with Nick. And I've been here several times when Nick has spoke up against things this council in a whole didn't agree with. I've also witnessed Mr. Brin harass and come against Mr. Grasso personally. I believe that there's a personality war here, and I believe that he's a big leader in the council, and I believe that you guys are following him. I'm sorry to say that, but that's my feeling on this. I've watched all year long. And I'm telling you guys, if you vote for this, you're gonna bring another lawsuit to the city. I guarantee it's gonna be another lawsuit. We already got one major one, we probably got a lot more hidden. It's time to stop the games. And it's time for you guys to stop following. Start making individual choices. And all you've done all year long is follow one person. I brought proposals, I brought ideas, I brought everything about it to the city to make it better. And all of you guys, except for a couple, have ignored it. And I've had Mr. Brin call me dementia and harass me on Facebook and said I have no trustworthy in the city because I lie when I present you guys all with facts, and you still want to beat this guy up. I'm gonna tell you right now, this all goes along with the whole thing, is if the lawsuit is true, the manager ought to be on suspension right now.
Craig Caldwell, 534 Partridge Street. I'm also here to speak on Resolution 34 and a little bit on 35 too tonight. So first off, to clear up some misinformation, since that's of utmost importance these days, I have no affiliation with the Libertarian Party anymore and haven't been active for over a year. If you don't believe me, go check my registration. The two gentlemen from Erie County that attended the meeting last month are independent media, and they were within their right to attend a public meeting with their recording equipment. The coverage was needed because the official news isn't always in getting to the truth. They were here to draw attention to the spending increase being proposed at the time and was approved at the last meeting of this council, and the stress that those tax increases put on hardworking, lower income people and those living on a fixed income, while at the same time not even address the serious predator allegations against our unelected city manager. I can't figure out why he's still being allowed to function as official duties for 3 years due to what is being alleged, all the while giving himself a pay raise during this budget process. How many more lawsuits is this opening up the city to liability due to his actions, like Mr. Paulson? I wonder how much of Resolution 35 is new and due to only a couple of independent journalists exposing the government corruption who dared to say some off-color things taken directly from the pages of the lawsuit filed on January 7th. The city manager claims he was not served in U.S. District Court against Mr. Collins. That will inevitably cost the taxpayers even more to defend and or settle. Before blaming everyone else for asking for accountability, some self-reflection is due. Thank you. And no one else wants to come forward at this?
Jamie Walker, 373 West 2nd Street. So, I know Nick just from the neighborhood, you know. I don't follow him on Facebook, I don't follow him on social media, I don't do that. But I don't know how many, you know, some that are not here, some are some newer faces, some have been here forever, but I've had plenty of council members come up to me and after the meeting or before the meeting and say, hey, it's nice to see you out today. You know, I watched the video, I don't see where we can draw the conclusion that Nick invited these people. Like, how do you come to that conclusion? How do we know Albert's didn't send these guys? Just out of curiosity. I mean, it was gonna be public knowledge anyway. I mean, that's what happens when it's filed with the federal government. So to silence Nick, it just seems crazy to me, you know? So, you know, Nick's got my support. I just, to say that he had something to do with it, it's just, I think it's far-fetched. You don't have a whole lot to go on if you're just going based off the video, unless there's some sort of wiretap on his phone or social media, something there. I just don't see the connection, so that's all I have.
Annette Ward, 15 Parker Drive. I want to speak on the same issue. I just don't think it's right for you to censor your candidates. This doesn't even make sense, what I read. So, that's what I wanted to say. I hope you guys are all listening. Kim DePrimo, 811 North Street. I am begging you folks not to censor Nick. I had some issues in the city, and I do feel Nick was the only person on this committee, besides yourself, Mayor, that truly helped me, or attempted to help me. My own district council person did not help me, actually hindered things in my area. So I truly believe in Nick, and I just don't feel this is right. Please don't censor him.
John Sever, 570 Line Street. All right. I don't know Nick personally. I know Corey. I know Bryn. Dan Moss, I know a little bit. But this is the people representing the city. I joined the Navy in '86. When I moved here in 2018, the only thing I had on me was a DWI back in '88. Now I got a record because of my neighbors. I've asked for investigations into this. I never got it.
It's strictly about.
Yes, I'll get to that. Now, Nick Grosso, I'm also a member of AA. Nick, I know you ran into a little problem. I wish you the best of luck. I'm also a man of God. So, you guys know what position I'm going for. I've already contacted the New York State Board of Elections. I am going to fulfill that. So, being a member of Elmira, whether it's on Elmira's Dirty Laundry, Facebook, or whatever, everything is public knowledge. From when I moved here, everybody knew where I lived. I've gone through hell and waters, homeless, and honest to God, I don't know what powers that be. All I know is I joined the service to fight for my people. So, I'm fighting for you, I'm fighting for you, you, and all these people behind me. So I ask that all the harassment that I've been gone through, they either look another way, or I've got to get the lawyers, because I will file a lawsuit. And right now, Police Chief Anthony Alvarez is a little one compared to mine. And that's all I have to say right now.
Anyone else? Seeing that no one else wants to come forward at this time, this will close the first public comment portion of the meeting, and I'll turn the meeting back over to the clerk for the rest of the day.
Resolution 2026-30, sponsored by Councilmember Duffy. Receive communication from the city manager and act on a resolution supporting personal actions for the city of Elmira, whereby Christopher E. Moore, Elmira, New York, has been appointed to the position of solid waste specialist 1 at an hourly rate of $20.01, effective January 20, 2026.
Any questions or comments? Hearing none, clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Moss? Aye. Councilmember Wilson?
Aye.
Councilmember Cook?
Aye.
Councilmember Graham?
Aye.
Councilmember Russell?
Aye.
Councilmember Duffy?
Aye.
Mayor Mandel? Resolution 2026-31, sponsored by Councilmember Graham. Act on resolution announcing the election of Calvin Katie and Gordon Austin to serve on the Committee for Administration of Foreign Insurance Tax Monies until December 31, 2028.
Any questions or comments? Hearing none, clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Ross?
Aye.
Councilmember Wilson?
Aye.
Councilmember Cook?
Aye.
Councilmember Graham?
Aye.
Councilmember Russell?
Aye.
Councilmember Duffy?
Aye.
Mayor Mandel?
Aye.
Resolution 2026-32, sponsored by Councilmember Wilson. Act on resolution designating the polling places for the Elmira Housing Authority election on Tuesday, March 3rd, 2026, to elect a tenant as a member of the Elmira Housing Authority for a period of 2 years.
Any questions or comments? Hearing none, clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Ross?
Aye.
Councilmember Wilson?
Aye.
Councilmember Cook?
Aye.
Councilmember Graham?
Aye.
Councilmember Russell?
Aye.
Councilmember Duffy?
Aye.
Mayor Mandel?
Aye.
Resolution 2026-33, sponsored by Councilmember Moss. Received communication from the city manager and as a resolution authorizing the Chemung County Planning Department to purchase, install, and maintenance of a bus shelter within the city's right-of-way at or near the corner of Thompson Street and Pennsylvania Ave as depicted on the attached proposed shelter plan.
Any questions or comments? Hearing none, clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Moss?
Aye.
Councilmember Wilson?
Aye.
Councilmember Cook?
Aye.
Councilmember Graham?
Aye.
Councilmember Russell?
Aye.
Councilmember Duffy?
Aye.
Mayor Mandel?
Aye.
Resolution 2026-34, sponsored by Mayor Mandel. Act on a resolution censuring Councilmember Nicholas Basso for conduct detrimental to the city and unbecoming of an elected official, and he may not serve on any board or committee as a representative of the city of Elmira, nor may he travel at the city's expense for the remainder of the current city council term.
All right, before we go on to the vote and questions and comments from the council, I'd like to show a video.
she's got multiple screens set up.
How long are you gonna wait? 5 minutes. 5 minutes?
This is an expensive video, there's over $500,000 in salaries trying to get this video to work. Not to mention all the behind the scenes stuff, whatever this thing shows, but we'll just keep wasting.
How much was the equipment?
I think county IT is still on.
Dollar video right here.
Who helps me?
Right, the same people that paid for it.
I apologize for the inconvenience, as technology does not always play as well.
What are we looking at?
We're not voting, the council members are voting, show it to them.
I want to see it.
They've seen it.
Does it have audio?
Imagine that, they're voting on it, none of them have seen it.
It's just I started from the beginning so we can show that there's no editing.
Just free Nick.
Mayor, if we're gonna wait for technology, can I go ahead and make my statement, please?
No,
What do you mean, no?
What the video shows is Mr. Grasso meeting with Craig Cowell and the two individuals that were here on that council meeting. So when he gets out of the vehicle, one of them say, there he is, people from Marion County identifying Nick. Nick comes over and says to them, thanks for coming down, and then says to them, are you gonna do them now? So that indicates that he was definitely part of this and that he was facilitating the event that happened in our council meeting earlier in January. That is one of the cruxes of the censor. The other thing is that I want to go through a timeline of what we've dealt with this guy since he's been on the council.
Transparency?
So, first of all, back in February 12, 2021, he was given a letter of reprimand due to his harassment and disrespect of the city manager. He was creating a hostile work environment.
Maybe he was getting hit on.
He was, members of council wanted to do a censure at that time. I said, no, I'd rather do a letter of reprimand than talk with Mr. Grasso. It obviously didn't work. December 27, 2021, a letter of reprimand was issued to Councilmember Grasso due to his verbal abuse and disrespect towards the city chamberlain at a budget workshop. Again, creating a hostile work environment, so he was given a letter of reprimand for that behavior. We all know on March 16, 2023, Mr. Grasso was involved in a motor vehicle accident. He was driving under the influence where there's property damage to a local business. On February 21st, 2024, police were called for domestic over at his residence on Minnie Street in the city of Elmira. Grasso's girlfriend at that time did give a statement to Elmira Police Department about the incident. In that statement, she goes on to say that she was subject to verbal and physical abuse by Mr. Grasso, and that he was a frequent cocaine user, and that Mr. Grasso indicated that the law doesn't apply to him, and that he was the boss of the Elmira Police Department. On March 18, 2024, EPD responds again to the Minnie Place residents on a call from the now ex-girlfriend, stating that she wanted to report that Grasso had set up a trail camera and cameras inside the residence. They had joint custody of the children at the time, and that they were sharing the residence, and that that she wanted to point that out. On July 11, 2025, EPD responded to his residence on Euclid Ave, as there was an allegation that he was using narcotics in front of the children that were in the apartment. And then finally, on March 19, 2025, Mr. Grasso was censored for an incident which occurred while at the Elmira City Council executive session. In that executive session, he presented a list of EPD officers pending disciplinary action that he received without authorization. That's the timeline, that's where we're at, that's why we're here. So with that, do I have any comments or questions?
Mayor.
Councilman.
I don't have this timeline he's created up here. Going back to 2021, I had to constantly remind the city manager how this city government's structured. He serves at the pleasure of the appointment of mayor and council that we confirm or deny. I've never harassed a man whatsoever in my life, and I'm not named in any harassment suits, period. The next one you referred to was the city chamberlain. I actually remember that because I filed a formal complaint. We were conducting business via Zoom, and it was a budget workshop. She constantly referred off screen to the deputy city chamberlain, and I just politely said, you know, if she's got all the answers, maybe she should be the one in front of the monitor, and we should ask all the questions to her instead of asking a question, deflecting, and reporting back to us. His department and him, he signed the substantiated complaint, and she issued me a formal email, a formal apology email. There was no reprimanding because I didn't do anything wrong. He just cited a whole bunch of personal things, which I'm not even going to go there. The censure last year you referred to regarding what I'll refer to as an interdepartmental email was brought up in an executive session to discuss personnel matters. He just divulged the topic of that email that I obtained legally and ethically, and instead of addressing the substance of that email that we're all dealing with here right now tonight and you've all referred to in this federal lawsuit, it's the same culture, it's the same protection, the enabling that breeds here. It's fun. It's very disgusting. It's troubling, it's upsetting. And instead of addressing the substance of that email, Councilmember Gary's written response was to censure me. He expected me to break state and federal protections for whistleblowers and Mr. One-Term Wonder, our own city whistleblower policy that they passed in 2018 before most of us even served here. I'm sorry, but I'm not about violating laws, especially laws that we pass here locally. It doesn't always, it erodes public trust, and I think a lot of that goes on here. The division, our inability to work together. There's one person that doesn't go along to get along here, and if you're all in agreement, why are there 6 districts and a mayor? Maybe there should just be one person here if we're gonna be in agreement all the time. Did I address all your points there, Mayor?
You addressed everything.
Okay.
Not everything.
Actually, I'm not done, because I have a prepared statement here that I want to address what we're dealing with right here tonight, not talking about the past and creating fictitious narratives. So I came here with the facts of the matter. On Monday, January 12th, 2026, Dwayne Whitmer and Daniel Warmis from Auditing Erie County attended our regularly scheduled meeting of the Elmira City Council. During the second public portion of the meeting, which is for any city business, no agenda items, that's for the first, these two individuals took the opportunity to speak on some concerning matters regarding the city of Elmira while utilizing recording devices, which obviously he's entitled to, as you all are. And obviously, for the record, he didn't have to state his name and address, so as far as I'm concerned, none of you are obligated to as well from this point forward. Both individuals identified themselves by name, while one gave his address as homeless. On a regular basis, members from the Elmira community and even broader attend our city council meetings to speak regarding city business. Per the rules, it's required that individuals identify themselves by full name and full address in order to speak before the council. If the address is not within city limits, the rules state that the individual desiring to speak be recognized by a member of council. For several years, as advised by NICOM, New York Conference of Mayors and Municipal Officials, and the opinion of the Committee on Open Government, I have advocated that we cannot require or mandate that an individual wishing to speak on city business or address the city of Elmira mayor or council state their full name and address, although we may ask. Under our current procedures or rules, there is absolutely no verification process that exists in order to validate the name or address a speaker from the public provides to us is accurate, valid, invalid, or inaccurate. Two individuals referenced above and within this resolution 2026-34 were forcibly removed from the council chambers under the threat of arrest at the direction of the presiding officer, who is the mayor, per Robert's Rule of Order and the Rules of Council Procedures numbers 11 through 13. Although the topic and chosen dialect of the Erie County Auditor's statements may have been uncomfortable, tough to palate for some ears, and possibly perceived as not nice, it does not take away from the validity of their claims. Those claims have since the night of their statements during the second public comment portion of our meeting, open to the public, regularly scheduled, have been verified and validated in New York State and now federal court documents as part of an ongoing litigation lawsuit by our former highest ranking member of the Elmira Police Department, who's also a 27-year veteran of the department. His claims are rooted in allegations of wrongful firing, discriminatory hiring practices, sexual harassment, and a hostile work environment, naming the city manager and mayor both by name and title. The treatment of at least one member of council, other employees, and various members of the community are only affirmational, evidentiary, and give additional supporting testimonials to exactly the root of our former chief of police's claims, specifically a hostile work environment, which is further made evident in black and white right here in this resolution. To continue to address the misinformation, inaccurate, and assumptuous nature and language within this resolution, many members of council and the mayor frequently greet members of the community or attendees at meetings in many fashions. Whether it's a verbal greeting, a gesture, even a handshake, none of which presumes associations, endorsements, or conspiracy. If I shake your hand, his hand, her hand, their hand, does that constitute conspiracy? I don't think so. Prior to Thursday's council workshop, I was not informed nor asked to give any facts pertaining to the censure or the video that we can't seem to play. The video footage referenced would show exactly that. Me greeting the two aforementioned individuals as I arrive and walk into City Hall, which that frame doesn't even cover. You can see the edge of my vehicle, and then it points to the handicap accessible ramp. I don't walk in that door. And then directing them to the front of City Hall for the public entrance for security screening. The main issues here are not if I greeted someone or not. The blame for the so-called outburst is not mine to own, and I will not tolerate being blamed for it. As mentioned above, these two individuals did speak during the public comment portion of the meeting, as made permissible at state and federal statutory levels, and more specifically spelled out in our rules of council procedures. The presiding officer, also known as the mayor, allowed both individuals to speak after identifying themselves and was one stating he was homeless. To reiterate, there's no such verification process that allows any city officer or official to verify that a speaker's name or address is within city limits, who they are, regardless of where they hail from. As a duly elected 1 of 6 member of council, it is not my job to oversee or enforce the rules of council procedures during an open to the public regular meeting. Our rules explicitly state that those duties are delegated to the mayor. My silence was not to encourage, endorse, or support the alleged disruption, but rather to acknowledge, respect, and to listen to the speaker as a common courtesy that I have consistently extended, as I've consistently extended to all speakers. Had the presiding officer requested or asked a member of council to recognize the individuals, as he did tonight, I would have recognized the speaker because I believe in truth and transparency when it comes to all levels of government, especially the one that I'm elected to serve on behalf of. Furthermore, during difficult, trying times, as we as Americans, New Yorkers, and Elmirans are all too familiar with the lack of accountability of governments or officers at all levels and the perceived lack of accountability. I will and I always have been a fierce fighter and advocate for justice and what is righteous, not what is wrong, easy, and comfortable. I will not enable, protect, or support evildoers because they hold a title that commands power and authority over others. I will not stand for or bow down to corruption, nepotism, or nefarious behaviors. I will seek justice and accountability so that any victim or persons harmed by such ill acts can believe in systems and institutions that were designed to help them, not silence them.
That's why we're really here.
Not rewarding everything we teach our future generations is wrong, and to reward hypocrisy. These sentiments and values and the righteous message that governments can and will be responsible. Systems and institutions can be trusted and exist for the purpose of serving others while preserving the notion that greater good exists for all. This sort of sentiment and action restores public trust that has been eroded by bad actors. We must conduct ourselves accordingly as servants, stewards, guardians, and representatives for those that elected us to do so. Lastly, and I sort of already addressed this in the mayor's timeline, this resolution, this censure, references the previous censure in 2025 regarding the executive session that I requested that the mayor sponsored and called to order regarding personnel matters. During that executive session, I was demeaned, I was attacked, I was threatened with physical assault. Yet another example of a hostile work environment, cultured, enabled, emboldened, protected, and endorsed by no one other than the same individual named in the previously referenced ongoing litigation suit against the city. Why was this, you ask? All because I furnished an electronic copy of an interdepartmental email that concerned personnel matters that I felt needed to be addressed. Instead of addressing the substance of that email, the mayor and the 4th District Councilman demanded that I needed to reveal the source about how I obtained it. I declined to oblige their demands, as it was immaterial of how I obtained it, and it was done legally and ethically. Also worth mentioning, by not obliging their baseless and unreasonable demands, if I would have been in violation in state, federal, and our local laws here that protect whistleblowers. To this day, those personnel matters have gone unaddressed. And I further believe that the same sentiments contained in those emails that I wanted to address still exist and contribute to the distrust that is very much apparent from the public, other elected leaders, and other levels of government here in Chemung County. This proposed censure, sponsored by the mayor, serves merely as only yet another act of political theater, which further erodes public trust that should be protected by us as elected members. It creates more division, it fosters a hostile work environment. This attempt to silence and discredit, perceivably the only elected official who fights for what's right. I'll give Councilmember Cook immunity here too, because he always does what's right with me as well.
Yes.
We advocate for the best interests of all Elmirans. We pursue accountability and truth. This will only further cause further liabilities for taxpayers, businesses, and residents because of the very apparent majority's reckless and irresponsible actions and behaviors they consistently exhibit. This isn't just virtue signaling, it is a culture that they've consistently supported, protected, and endorsed through their various actions or lack thereof. Whether the censure resolution 2026-34 is approved or not tonight, the underlying issues aren't going to go away until they're addressed. No matter who they shine the spotlight on, whether it's me or someone else, it only serves as a distraction to deflect it off of themselves. I'll always fight for the people of Elmira. I'll fight for Elmira, even if that means I have to go against the grain. That's their problem. I won't fall in the line and go along with everybody else. They'll do anything to try and silence me, whether it's to lie to me or attempt to discredit me. I'll not go down without a fight. Elmira deserves better, much better. Thanks, Mayor.
Councilmember Green.
I'd first like to address some lies that were told tonight before I start my prepared statement. First, journalists report the news, they don't manufacture the news. These same individuals were recently involved in a publicity stunt in Ithaca as well. Second, Mr. Whitmer is not homeless, nor is he a resident of Chemung County. Third, no one on this council, I'm sure, and certainly I do not believe that there was any such whistleblower who provided you with a document, Councilmember Grasso. There is a record of when you swiped into the building, and there is no one in the department, in the two departments, that would trust you enough to give you a document with confidential personnel information. Because quite frankly, you do not deserve that trust. Now I will move on to my prepared statement. Like so many others, I was introduced to the writing of Ayn Rand as a young man. We don't have time to discuss the troubled life and toxic legacy of this woman who overstayed her visa during a council session. But she is best known for promoting social Darwinism and libertarianism, and has convinced generations of American men that they are exceptional humans, similar to the Nazi Übermensch. Of course, the only difference between a libertarian and a sociopath is a diagnosis. And I am happy to say that Rand's ideas did not stick, as they were incompatible with my religious faith and my commitment to the least among us, the vulnerable and the oppressed. That is to say, I grew up. I was not surprised to learn that the political agitators with the made-up title who disrupted a recent city council meeting included the putative head of the unrecognized New York State Libertarian Party and an insurrectionist. I was surprised to learn that a sitting council member conspired in that disruption, and I absolutely believe, based on what I heard on that videotape, that Councilmember Grasso conspired in that disruption. Then sat silently as one of these men made false statements before this council. While I suspected that council member of other misconduct and more broadly of dereliction of his fiduciary duty to the taxpayers of Elmira, I had thought him at least slightly more sophisticated. The consequences of Councilmember Grasso's behavior are real. Stochastic terrorism is the use of inflammatory rhetoric in a way that instills fear and increases the risk that lone wolf actors will engage in deadly violence. Because I had the audacity to call out the disruptive behavior on social media, my cell phone number was placed in a heavily edited and incendiary video on YouTube. I received dozens of profane and sometimes threatening calls from local numbers, out of the region numbers, and unidentified numbers. I work in a public setting. Councilmember Grasso's conspiracy with these men who engage in a secondary form of domestic terrorism put my life at risk and the lives of those who worship at the historic Park Church, including 2 other elected officials. Of course, this is not the first time the council member has put lives at risk due to his poor judgment. I believe Americans are growing tired of grenade-throwing politics, the constant anger, division, and disruption. While I differ from my Republican colleagues on some issues, I, along with my colleague Jackie Wilson, have chosen to focus on bipartisan problem solving in the service of Elmira's future. Focusing on problem solving instead of political theater isn't always popular, but it is always right. Councilmember Grasso's behavior has not yet reached the level of gubernatorial removal, unfortunately, and I believe that he has either the self-awareness or good conscience to resign. But should he choose to do so, I ask that the city continue his health insurance through the end of the current fiscal year for the sake of his children. Any member of this council could find themselves in the way of Councilmember Grasso's vendetta and ambition. You could be the next target. I urge you to support this censure. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Any other comments from council members? Councilmember Cook.
I'll be brief. We've taken up a lot of community time already.
Yeah.
I'll say this, I wasn't around in the earlier, the earlier terms that Nick Grasso served in. But I'll be frank and I'll be brief when I said this. I said this in the workshop, and I cautioned the council. Do we want to let this narrative be the narrative that we listen to for the next 4 to 6 weeks? You kind of see what we get. But I'm gonna say this, judging off of the video, if I had to just make a decision off of the video, that's not enough. And I agree with Jamie when he said, when we walk out of here, we shake hands with just about anybody in the community that we run into. So if I had to make a decision off of that video, I couldn't. Second of all, I am so tired of personal narratives occupying all of the news in our city. And I don't care who deems it unpalatable. I am sick and tired of hearing everybody's personal stuff being presented like it's really something that we should be focusing on. We should be getting to what actually matters. What it seems like right now publicly, and you can disagree with me, whoever, what it seems like right now publicly is a tit for tat, and there's nothing being done. So, I said all of that to say this. I'm not supporting censuring Nick Grasso.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it because if that was me and you wanted to judge me off of me greeting somebody after a city council meeting or even before a city council meeting, and you wanted to drag me over the coals, you could. Guilty as charged. But if that's all you got, I think it's very weak. So moving forward, so everybody knows that I'm being clear about this. There's no blindsiding. I'm being strictly clear when I say this. It's not enough. Innocent until proven guilty. That should count for something.
Right.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
Councilmember Moss.
I just have one brief item to mention. When we had the executive session and Nick brought out the names of officers that were under disciplinary, I questioned if we should even see that as council members, because that is not something that is our business. So, that's what I had to say.
Anyone else? With that, please call the roll.
Councilmember Moss?
Aye.
Councilmember Wilson?
Aye, no.
Councilmember Cook?
Nay.
Councilmember Graham?
Aye.
No.
Councilmember Grasso?
Nay.
Councilmember Duffy?
Aye.
Mayor Mandel?
Resolution passes.
Resolution 2026-35, sponsored by Councilmember Duffy.
Councilmember Public.
Act on a resolution amending and adopting city council rules and procedures.
Any questions or comments? Hearing none, clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Moss?
Aye.
Councilmember Wilson?
Aye.
Councilmember Cook?
Aye.
Councilmember Graham?
Aye.
Councilmember Grasso?
Nay.
Councilmember Duffy?
Aye.
Mayor Mandel? Resolution 2026-36, sponsored by Councilmember Wilson. Received communication from the city manager, and act on resolution authorizing the fire department's purchase of a Generac SD series generator for fire station number 3 on Miller Street under an NYS Office of General Services contract, and to be provided by Better Power Inc. in the amount of $50,604.57. And authorizing the mayor to execute any and all documentation required for the purchase of said generator, said document subject to corporation council approval.
Any questions or comments? Hearing none, clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Moss?
Aye.
Councilmember Wilson?
Aye.
Councilmember Cook?
Aye.
Councilmember Grant?
Aye.
Councilmember Grasso?
Aye.
Councilmember Duffy?
Aye.
Mayor Mandel?
Aye.
Resolution 2026-37, sponsored by Councilmember Byrne. Received communication from the city manager and act on resolution authorizing the manufacture and purchase of a command access vehicle body and upfit by Stonewall Body and Machine Inc. for the fire department deputy chief's vehicles 602 to carry certain EFD specialized equipment at a total cost of $87,372. $40,000 from the sale of these rescue vehicle to be utilized toward the cost, and authorizing the mayor to execute all documents necessary to effect the manufacture and purchase of the command access vehicle body and upfit. Said purchase agreement is corporation council approval.
Any questions or comments? Hearing none, clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Moss?
Aye.
Councilmember Wilson?
Aye.
Councilmember Cook?
Aye.
Councilmember Wren?
Aye.
Councilmember Grasso?
Aye.
Councilmember Duffy?
Aye.
Mayor Mandel?
Aye.
Resolution 2026-38, sponsored by Councilmember Duffy. Act on anti-displacement maintaining network grant program audit.
Any questions or comments? Hearing none, clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Moss?
Aye.
Councilmember Wilson?
Aye.
Councilmember Cook?
Aye.
Councilmember Wren?
Aye.
Councilmember Grasso?
Aye.
Councilmember Duffy?
Aye.
Mayor Mandel?
Aye.
Resolution 2026-39, sponsored by Councilmember Wilson. Act on the hazard reduction grant program audit.
Any questions or comments? Hearing none, clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Moss?
Aye.
Councilmember Wilson?
Aye.
Councilmember Cook?
Aye.
Councilmember Wren?
Aye.
Councilmember Grasso?
Aye.
Councilmember Duffy?
Aye.
Mayor Mandel?
Aye.
Resolution 2026-40, sponsored by Councilmember Green. Act on community development block grant program audit.
Any questions or comments? Hearing none, clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Moss?
Aye.
Councilmember Wilson?
Aye.
Councilmember Cook?
Aye.
Councilmember Wren?
Aye.
Councilmember Grasso?
Aye.
Councilmember Duffy?
Aye.
Mayor Mandel?
Aye.
Resolution 2026-41, sponsored by Councilmember Cook. Act on audit.
Any questions or comments? Hearing none, clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Moss?
Aye.
Councilmember Wilson?
Aye.
Councilmember Cook?
Aye.
Councilmember Wren?
Aye.
Councilmember Grasso?
Aye.
Councilmember Duffy?
Aye.
Mayor Mandel?
Aye. This brings us to the second public comment portion of the meeting. Anyone who wishes to address the council on any matter of city business, please come forward, state your name and address for the record. Please limit your comments to 5 minutes. Please remember, we do not respond to your comments. If not a resident of the city, please wait to be recognized by a council member before speaking.
Russell Nelson, 323 West Elmira. Councilmember Brin, Ayn Rand hated libertarians. That's just a fact. You can look it up. So you're either wrong or ignorant or both. Second, Councilmember Brin is a pastor. His voice could fill a room twice this size and probably does every Sunday. Why does he have a microphone when we have to put up with her terrible microphone? You're continuing to torture this poor woman. Swap microphones. It's not technically hard. It's just take them up and move them over. She speaks 5 times as much as he does. And I would really like to hear her voice. It's probably a very pleasant voice. Rick Paul, 513 Jefferson Street, Elmira, New York. Dan, I'm going to say you convicted this man without no judge.
Bingo.
By everything you said, you brought out a lot of personal stuff that happened in his personal life, and unless he convicted, there was no reason to bring that up tonight. Sorry. You and I go back a long ways. That's what really is wrong. Okay? That's like convicting me on things that somebody else says. All right? It was wrong to convict him on personal things. It should have never been brought up here in public unless there was a warrant, arrest, and a conviction. And you're holding all this stuff against all you guys up. You're guilty, guilty, guilty for crossing this man's freedom. I'm sorry. He has constitutional rights, and they were violated tonight. Number 2, you were saying that the taxpayers are going to save money because we have a mayor and a human resource officer in the same office. Here's the problem. I did some research on your charter, Elmira's charter. If the manager of the city is taken out of office, who is to back up the manager of the city? He's a human resource officer. In this position, that cannot happen. If this man was taken out of office today, who would replace him? You have nobody to replace him.
and you said it was a taxpayer saving thing, it's a violation of your charter. These are facts, folks. This ain't Rick Paul lying and being untruthful. Is I was blamed. These are facts. And I'm sorry, everybody that voted to censor this man needs to be replaced when votes come. You don't deserve to be in office.
My name's Dan, Erie County, and my residency is Erie County. Am I going to be recognized by a board member here?
I'll recognize Dan.
Thank you, Mr. Cook and Mr. Grasso. I'd like to actually address Mr. Bryn here on his high horse. Let me tell you something about my January 6th experience. I stormed the United States Capitol on January 6th because I believe the election was rigged. The general news reported it. I got death threats. I got hate mail. I got all that stuff you got. And I'm not a public servant. But you know one thing, Gary Bryn, I never did? I never pointed to the news and said, look what you did to me. I took responsibility for my own wrongs, all right? And that's the difference between me and you. I'm a man and you're not, all right? You want to sit here and attack somebody on a personal level and then use your pulpit up here to, as an elected official, to not only discredit another political party, as if you can just by association, you can name everybody as a pile of shit because they did that once. Like, what kind of pastor are you? What kind of hypocrite pile of shit are you? And that's Gary Bryn, is for the better of the community. Because if you could stop being a piece of shit, and then there would be a better community. So that's not out of order. That is part of better of the community. Because you want to be a hypocrite pile of shit on your pulpit as on the pulpit of Christ, but you want to sit here and judge everybody by one person's actions. What a hypocrite, Bryn. You need to evaluate yourself. Take the log out of your eye before you start talk about somebody's splinter. Take some advice from your own Bible.
Kim DePrimo, 811 Moore Street. It's going to be hard to beat that. I honestly am here to speak to you as well, Mr. Bryn. I'm here to speak to Mr. Bryn as well. Honestly, when I was gang assaulted and I came to this committee back then, you truly did make me feel less than you made me feel like you were bullying me. I truly do not believe you, of all people, should be sitting up here. And especially claiming to be a part of the cloth.
Not you, him.
It's disgusting what's going on here. And then to unjustly take Mr. Grasso and do what you've done to him, that's just wrong. Jackie, that is wrong of you. I know some real personal stuff I could bring up on you, but, I mean, we're not gonna do that. No, because I'm not gonna do that, but there's no proof on anything with Mr. Grasso. I just think it's disgusting what you've done. You should be ashamed of yourself. You really should.
Jamie Walker, 373 West Second. It's just sad, right? It's just like a mud-flinging. I mean, I've been away for a little bit. Could you imagine me up here 6 years ago? See, the police would have hauled me out of here, you know? But it's just sad. It's really sad. It truly is, man. It's a bunch of grown people just talking about each other's business all over Facebook. I remember Mr. Bryn saying something last time I was here about Facebook. He is the face behind Facebook drama. If Facebook drama was a person, it would be J. Gary Bryn, council member, right? It's just insane, the stuff that gets said. What we do in our personal time, that's on you guys. You want to snort coke? Snort coke. Who gives a crap? But if it has to affect us, taxpayers, everybody in this room, then we've got a problem with it. You want to smoke weed? Smoke weed. You want to do dope? Before you come to the city council meetings or something like that, just do that, right? You want to just hurry up and get out of here and have a cigarette and a beer? Do that. But just stop throwing mud at each other, for crying out loud. You know? Can we all just get along? It's not that serious, man. Shit, we don't go home with each other every night. right? Nobody's got to go home with Nick tonight. Nobody's going home with Mike tonight. Nobody's going home with Dan tonight. Nobody's going home with Joe. Nobody's going home with you guys. You guys are going home to your families, respectfully. And keep your lives there. Bringing this stuff into city council meetings is just tasteless. And this is, look, I used to come here six years ago, and there was nobody here. Nobody. Literally nobody. Now we got people standing. Why? Because when we bring people's garbage out, this is what happens. You know? That's all I got to say, guys. Thanks.
My name is Richard Dean. I live at 3621 Euclid Avenue. So you guys are convicting this guy for no proof? Nothing, right? That's great. Two people, these two right here, are the only two that voted no, right? This meeting, last meeting, every one of you guys that voted yes, you guys are supposed to be here for the people. Which people said yes, raise our taxes? None of them, right? None of them. You guys should all fucking step down, right? Excuse me. You guys should all step down. Every one of you, including the mayor. You know, Mr. Owens, who's behind me, called our Mr. Mayor over here. I've had my house broken into. I've had my business vandalized. You know, and the worst part is, you know who it is, and what did you see on that phone with Mr. Owens? Oh, I'm going to look right into it. Personally, look into it. Did you? No. No, I still got a piece of plywood over the window that's been smashed out twice. You guys have, you know, you guys want to talk about everything since day one from him. What about day one from you? I mean, you've raised taxes how many times? Our city's falling apart. We got homeless people doing whatever the hell they want, when they want. You know, you got lawsuit. I don't know about you, but I know anybody in any business or anywhere else had a lawsuit brought against them with allegations like that, they'd be stepped down for a little while. I'll put on leave. But no, he gets to go. I mean, what happened to innocent until proven guilty? Where's the proof? Where is it? Facts or proof, right? I don't see any. That's all I gotta say. Thanks.
John Sever, 570 Lion Street. As we move on forward here, okay, now a lot of you didn't know, but my great-great-grandfather was Simeon Benjamin, who started the Elmira College. So, my grandmother, Mary Benjamin, married a William Perry man. So yes, I have family ties here. Just because I grew up in Niagara Falls and I did what I did and moved here, I was married. Now I'm divorced. Because of my neighbors causing the harassment and everything else that I've gone through. So, what I've got to say is I'm really ashamed. And I have talked to a few of yous who basically I want to fight someone because it is what it is. Now, my problem is, if you guys can talk about that kind of stuff in city council meetings and behind closed doors, what really goes on behind closed doors is what I really need to ask. Because we, the taxpayers, want to know. And with that being said, I'm done.
I'm not going to introduce myself because clearly I don't have to. Mr. Mayor, I noticed that right before you were proceeding with a litany of allegation of what Councilman Grasso is guilty of, you used the words, listen to what we're dealing with with this guy. This is clearly cooked. This is clearly, I don't even have words how to describe this. Again, I'm not really speechless, but this is clearly you and you and you and you and you. Not German.
Corrupt.
Into this. He's cool. But this has been in works for quite a while, and it's not because of Councilman Grasso's actions. This is because he is the only one, along with Mr. Cook, who actually is listening to us, who is representing us, instead of having some sort of idea, delusions of grandeur, like Mr. Brin, or even Jackie Wilson, whom I thought I knew as a person. This is disgusting. What's going on is clearly disgusting. He is a sacrificial lamb, and I'm not even a religious person. This is what's going on. There's a lawsuit against this guy. There's a lawsuit against this guy. There's a lawsuit against the city. Instead of concentrating on what's going on, realizing that it's going to cost us about $300,000 to deal with this lawsuit, we are concentrating on whatever Mr. Grasso could have done or could have said, or whom he shook his hands with, or in which order, or which entrance he used to enter the building. Mr. Cook, thank you for voting against. Mr. Grasso, I wish you the best. We all love you here. We support you. To the other council people, there is an election coming up.
That's right.
Marilyn Paulo, 910 Maple Ave, Elmira, New York. First of all, I'd like to see the video that never got played. I mean, I understand those problems. Second of all, as far as I feel about this, I believe that there should be rules and regulations for council meetings, as well as I also believe that people that are on the council have a duty to be in public, to be respectful and have rules. They should have a high standard for themselves. And that's all I've got to say.
Seeing that no one else wishes to come forward at this time, this will end the second public comment portion of the meeting, and I'll turn it over to the manager for his report.
Okay, tonight at the county legislative meeting, there will be votes on the agreement for the tax foreclosure, First Amendment, or first change to it. So with that being said, tonight at 7 they meet. We will be having on Thursday, February 12th at 12:15 a special council meeting, and that's in regards to the tax warrant that will be held here at council chambers, again, Thursday, February 12th at 12:15. Thank you.
Thank you. Any comments or questions from council members? Councilmember Brand.
First, I'd like to clarify that a censure is a body expressing disapproval of the behavior of a member of that body. It is not a legal proceeding. And the correct redress, should Councilmember Grasso wish to pursue it, is an Article 75 proceeding, which he is certainly welcome to pursue. I also want to assure the people who actually listen in this chamber, and not everyone appears to listen, that just because we do not discuss personnel matters and pending litigation in public does not mean those matters are not being addressed and taken seriously and considered seriously. There are things we cannot discuss in public settings. To assume that that means wink, wink, nudge, nudge, that we are not thinking about them, talking about them, and working on them is just erroneous. And finally, Mr. Mayor, I want to thank you how in your third term as mayor, you've allowed this first term council member to take complete control over this council, and that you all do exactly what it is I want as a first time municipal official. That may possibly be the stupidest thing I've heard all evening. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Anyone else? Hearing none, call the vice resolution, please.
Resolution 2026-42, sponsored by Mayor Mandel, Resolved that the next meeting for city council will be a regular meeting held on Monday, February 23rd, 2026 at 5:30 p.m. And be it further resolved that this meeting is adjourned.
Any questions or comments? Hearing none, clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Moss? Aye. Councilmember Wilson? Aye. Councilmember Hook?
Aye.
Councilmember Graham?
Aye.
Councilmember Russell?
Aye.
Councilmember Duffy?
Aye.
Mayor Mandel?
Meeting officially adjourned.
For any of you that want to see the video of me walking in the building and never speak to the man, I have my unedited video, so anyone who wants to see that the mayor is a gaslighting liar tonight, I'd be more than happy to share that on my channel. As a matter of fact, I'm going to post the unedited video from me walking from my car into this building, and you'll see I never even spoke to the man. So this gaslighting, lying mayor is a pile of crap.
I want to congratulate you for standing up the way you did.
Yeah, I'll shake your hand, I got no problem with that.
Auditing your accounting.
Auditing your accounting.
I had an issue like a year and a half ago.
I'm live, just so you know. It's anything personal, because I'm live at the moment. We can talk in a minute. I'm sure I want to go address this chief of police who thinks he can remove somebody for a camera. Chief, what in your right mind would make you believe you could remove somebody from this lobby with a camera during a public meeting? Because you're that dumb, like you would actually do that? I promise you, if you ever do that again, I'm going to make sure your qualified immunity is revoked. Don't you ever dishonor your oath. You're the head chief police down here. You're supposed to know the laws. You're the one, when somebody calls for a supervisor, supposed to come at the top dog level, and you don't even know the law? You don't even know the law?
Go back to Buffalo and take your news there.
You don't know the law?
Yeah, I'm not gonna talk.
You don't even know the law. You're the chief of police. That's pathetic. You are pathetic.
Okay.
Let me ask you a question. Did you take the cocaine and blowjobs for the job?
Really?
Huh? Did you take the cocaine and blowjobs for the job?
You're ridiculous.
I would love a freaking defamation lawsuit or somebody, because we can make it all public record then, if somebody wants to file that. But so, like, how did you get your job if you don't know the law? Is my question.
He knows the law.
Yeah, I wouldn't talk either if I was that
Have a nice
dumb and I
night.
don't even know my job as the chief of police. How stupid. This is the replacement to the good chief. This is the chief that doesn't even know his job, his oath to the Constitution, or New York State law. He's going to follow the mayor's orders like a little ordering, following a little bitch. What a piece of trash. You really are. You know that? You're the head law enforcement. You give law enforcement a bad name is what you do. You do. You absolutely do. You pile of shit. Don't you ever try to remove somebody from a public meeting again for a camera. State law protects that, you pile of shit, chief. Fucking jokes. Fucking clown squad. How many of you guys took the cocaine and blowjobs to get your job, huh? Look at it. Look at this. No comment from this pile of shit too. Censoring somebody. No evidence. No evidence. Just censoring people. Guilty to proven innocent. That's a violation of your oath, isn't it? You pile of shit. These cats want to walk around here flexing their badges and acting like a prick. You know, last time I was here, we had a little scruffle, but I was told by somebody that you're a pretty good guy and you follow orders when you probably maybe shouldn't. But I just wanted to shake your hand and tell you that I appreciate you, because from what I heard, you're a pretty good guy and a good officer.
He doesn't disrespect us.
That's just what I know we got on a rough foot last time, but I stick up for my rights pretty hard, as you can see. But I do appreciate you from what I've heard about you. You're not just some tyrant pile of shit. Yeah, we're gonna run the chief of police off, guys, because he's a pile of shit, huh? What do you guys think about that? Chief of police doesn't even know the law. He must have took the cocaine and blowjobs to get his job, because he certainly didn't get his job by book rights. What a trash. Let's see if any of these public servants are coming out of the meeting. We can catch some more of these guys coming out. Thank you. Yeah, that's no problem. I do it for everybody, man. Sometimes I'm a little rough around the edges and it comes out the way it comes out, but sometimes, What's up, Grasso? That's what you gotta do sometimes, What are you doing? I appreciate you speaking up there.
And I didn't introduce myself because I don't have to.
Right, it's a constitutional right, the Fourth Amendment.
Fine.
Hey, Bryn, if you're a man of God, why don't you come over here and bury the hatchet? Why don't you bury the hatchet if you're a man of God? We could have a conversation and bury the hatchet if you're a man of God. You're really a man of God.
Meeting's over.
Got you. Thanks. I didn't notice, when they voted it over. Did you see me run the chief of police off? Do you think he's going to come back up here? I just think if Bryn was really a man of God, he would talk it out. If he was a real man of God, he would talk it out. He wouldn't be hiding on a high horse, Bryn.
You don't get to speak for God.
You do? You do, Bryn? You do? Why don't we talk it out like gentlemen, Bryn?
I come into New Life. It's a real church.
Yeah, real church. We're real men of God. Why don't you go ahead and have a conversation with me? We could settle it like real men would do. In the Bible, how it would happen, wouldn't it, Bryn?
You can stop harassing me now.
I'm not harassing you. I'm asking you questions. You're a public servant. You better get used to it. I'm your new shadow around here, you guys. What about you? Any accusations about cocaine and blowjobs?
Building's closed.
Anything you'd like to talk about cocaine and blowjobs, bud? I'm the new shadow around here. Don't you guys ever try shutting the camera off?
Can you please leave?
Yeah, I'll leave.
All right, thanks.
I'm leaving. Please leave. He's being mean to us. He's saying words, calling these public officials out. Bunch of clowns in costumes. I'll be driving the red car. You guys want to meet me on the road?
They're gonna pull you over.
Try it, baby. Try it, baby. Try it, baby. I'll be waiting. Red car, marked auditing Erie County. Come find me on the streets.
No, it's
You guys want to try retaliation? I'm your guy, clowns.
What's up, Mr. Wormers?
They damn pissed me off trying to tell me I can't wear my camera in there.
Well, I heard it.
And people. Don't you know the meeting's over? Did you see me run the chief of police off?
And I want to even get a park outdoors sign, so you come up and I'll pay for it myself.
What's going on? All right, guys, we're down here at that public meeting, down here at the chief of police, and we got our county manager down here. He's getting in his car over here. Let's see what he got here. This is the camera angle. They were trying to show some camera from over here. The only thing that they really would have seen was me checking to see if the cigarette butts were down there, but who's this cat? Who are these guys in this handicap?
I work out of town, so I never get to make the meetings anymore.
We'll wait out here for a little bit. You guys better hit that thumbs up for your boy. I can't believe I got 965 people and you all haven't hit that thumbs up after watching me run that chief of police out of the building for being a pile of shit. You guys should all be running that thumbs up numbers out the roof, holding these trash accountable. I don't know if they're coming out, but definitely got the mayor and the city manager's car still here. What a trash department and trash freaking city hall, man. But I'm definitely gonna have to post that interaction up, uncut it for these guys since they're piles of shit and they want to say that I had something to do with Grasso today. That last meeting, I never spoke to the man, never was even introduced to him. If somebody was out here talking, shaking his hand, I may have walked next to him, but I don't even recall it. But this is they're down here hiding in the building at the moment.
It was me that called you, Warmus.
But I don't know. I don't think they're coming out. They're hiding in there right now.
Gotta support, man. Gotta support you. A lot of corruption in this place.
Oh yeah.
I just saw your last video, man.
I'm Scott Keller. I'm the one that told you a bunch of shit.
All right.
I've been wanting to meet this clown.
Yeah, I know.
You're the clown man.
I literally
I don't
was
hear
at
the clown
home
these
down
guys.
a couple blocks and I saw you were alive and I ran my fat ass.
Oh, that car's
For real,
that
bro.
car. I've seen that car a couple times.
Yeah, I did too, but for real, man. Support.
I'm gonna get a jammer. I got some videos for you.
I definitely want to see him. We could talk. My email is right on the website. It's Auditing Erie County Gmail.
Definitely.
Hit me up. I told that chief of police, he's like, stop harassing me. Like, you better get used to this. I'm your fucking new shadow, baby.
I was about to walk out with you,
You
and then
need
the
to,
one officer, like the chief, and then that other, he's just like, get out. And I was just like, oh, okay.
You
He's
need,
like, "Now
you need to
get-"
go over to the mayor's neighborhood. Because in the summertime, especially 4th of July weekend, Memorial Day weekend, was right over on the south side.
Fucking crazy.
He's been seen walking around drunk.
Oh, on his high horse of doing the right thing and being
Yep.
so much better,
Yep.
he's out there
Been
walking
seen
around
walking
drunk.
around drunk,
Hypocrite, piece of shit stuff,
with
man.
his,
That's
with his
what it's
swim
all
trunks on.
about.
I saw you shake that security guard's hand, and you're like, and then I was reading the sign where it says like no, like drugs, alcohol. He just let me walk in with weed right on me. He opened it up, looked at the back.
It's kind of legal now.
Yeah.
It's not really considered a drug in New York, but
In the courthouse, I didn't even know that. I just figured city council. I just grabbed my smokes and ran, and forgot I had to join in there.
you got here. Is this guy handicapped? Definitely a handicapped placard in there. We got our city manager down here and the mayor. They're still here. I don't know. They're up there having a private secret meeting. Maybe they're doing cocaine and blowjobs. We don't know. That's the new chief of police. If he took the cocaine and blowjobs, is that how he got his job?
I walked
Because you obviously don't know the law.
Yeah, so I messaged because I was like, man, I just showed up, and I'm like, man, I'm right behind you in the meeting. Like, I just started cracking up because literally you just got up to speak right when I walked in. But
Bryn, I did run Bryn out of here. I don't know if he's over there or
because
not.
auditing Erie County, but it's like
Bryn called it harassment. That I'm not giving harassment. I'm asking you questions, buddy. You're a public official.
look, I'm right at 6, and you're getting up to speak, and yeah, I was just like, man, that's crazy as hell, like nuts. When I just moved here and I saw that video.
Here he is, Mayor Grasso. Come on down. Mayor Grasso, give him a hand.
Grasso for mayor. That's what's up. We're gonna have Grasso for mayor soon. We're gonna run your campaign so hard that mayor doesn't even know. Guilty till proven innocent. What a pile of shit that guy was. I don't want to get you censored again. I shook my hand after a meeting.
Hey,
It's
I've
not
known
something
that-
a
I've known his
politician's
family
supposed to
for 40
do.
years.
But
I'm gonna want some of that video footage that you got tonight.
yeah, everything there. We're actually live on the internet right now. Everything's live, so you can get it instantly. But I did statically record everything.
Okay.
And that was pretty sick. They should have tabled that until that video was working.
I told him
and then I would have inserted my video because when I came here that day, I walked through these police cars, took pictures inside the police cars. I walked around here. I never met you that night. I didn't know who you were. I didn't. If somebody you knew here was here, I didn't walk in past them. I mean, my video. I've never spoken a word to this man before. I'm like, so I'm confused why they're censoring you because of me, and as if you invited me here is even more ridiculous. But yeah, Grasso for mayor, guys. That's who's up next. We're gonna push that one. We're gonna push that one hard because As you all seen the corruption here today, there was no evidence, no real evidence, just mudslinging in there. And then they censured the man so he can't be on committees and stuff. And what man of all those people would you want up on committees other than Cook and Grasso? You know what I mean? The only people that stuck up for people's rights there. But
Called WTN to see if they'd be here today. They said, oh, well, we don't have staff. I said, well, it's weird because if a house caught on fire at 6 o'clock tonight, you'd have plenty of staff there to catch that, but not for our city council meeting, huh? Nothing, just nothing for city council, huh? That's just nothing. It's amazing, you know? They only want to report what they want to report, you know what I mean? Nobody really knows, because if everybody heard about what happened,
I really can't believe that mayor was like, only the press is allowed to have a camera. Like, the First Amendment is freedom of the press. That means everybody is the press, you idiots!
I was fucking hoping Bootlicker was going to say something.
Only the people with the speech pass can speak today. And I was like,
went
what?
up, but Paul would get out of my way.
She never said a word, dude. I was shocked.
But,
Sharon.
Yeah.
I'll let you get out of here. It's cold. You're out here in a soup coat.
I gotta go home and feed my kids dinner, and I have narcotics to do.
There
so,
you go. There you go. Go snort coke and feed your kids, dude.
Well, good night, guys.
You guys have a good one. That's right, guys. Grasso for mayor.
I was trying to catch a couple of the city council members when they came out because they started talking shit about you as soon as you went down the steps.
Oh, I came back up and got him.
Oh, yeah.
I tried to catch them. Well, you went down with the chief of police. I tried to stay there. It's only like 40 seconds. Then the one guy kind of turned his head and saw me filming and just walked away.
Never. Cops don't want no business with that. Why do you think I was daring them to pull me over? That thing's fucking loaded with cameras. There's nothing illegal about that automobile, and I would encourage it to get pulled over because I'm gonna make so much money on the video of some fucking idiot from this department trying to fucking retaliate. That would be too fucking classic. You hear that? If you idiots are in there, I'm about to jump in this car. Come get me, you fucking idiot clowns. So, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. We'll let the camera roll till I head up out of town here.
Walk down home then. You have a good one.
You too. It was a pleasure meeting you guys.
Oh, you too.
And we're definitely going to publish another video about this. And the first thing we're going to do is play the footage of me walking in, uncut, unedited, where I walked past Grasso, didn't even know who he was at the time, didn't even know he was a council member, let alone that I coerce with him. And the mayor wants to gaslight and say that shit to people.
Yeah,
look what we got. What do we got coming here?
That's Corey Cook and one of the city, that's the
All
city changes.
All right, we're out of here. That's Mr. Cook.
Hey, next time you're in town, man, let me know.
You got it. So, let's see what we got here. See if we can get this thing set up to ride. What do you guys think? How was that meeting? Did you guys enjoy that one? Did you guys enjoy seeing me tear those public servants a new asshole? That chief of police is going home thinking about me. Get my coordinates in, see how far Erie County is from here. Go back to Erie County and do news. Bitch, you fucking do the news here so I don't have to come here cover that corruption. What a fucking joke. We are 2 hours and 22 minutes from auditing Erie County's house. So let's go ahead and get us out of here and head on home. And hopefully these cops will come find me like I asked. Fucking clowns. After the last public meeting, we followed the patrol cars around, so they're probably all hiding now. The chief clown. I almost didn't go live for you guys today, but I'm glad I did because it was a good little banger for you guys who were here with me for that one. What a joke that chief of police want to fucking tell me I gotta leave the meeting because the mayor said so. How do these guys get these jobs? It must be cocaine and blowjobs. What do you guys think? Too much stuff piled in my passenger seat. It thinks there's a passenger in there. I gotta put its seatbelt on. Too much crap. Boy, they thought they were clever with that you can't video record in here unless you're the news crap. Are they stupid? How stupid are these people? Honestly. How dumb. It looks like I got $17 worth of super chats. I didn't see, put them out. If you guys gave them, I appreciate your support out here. You guys can let them know. We'll see them at the next meeting. Corrupt piece of shit. You can let them know. We'll see them at the next public meeting. But Grasso for mayor. Grasso for mayor should clean that shit up a little bit. I don't know where this Gary Brin gets in acting like he's all high and holier than all of all. I bet you if I asked Gary if homosexuality was a sin, he'd have a problem answering that as a pastor. I was ready to go in handcuffs today too, guys, when they were trying to take that camera off. I was gonna make them put that camera off. But better hit that thumbs up for me. Running that chief of police and council out of there. Like they were stealing from the public, guys. I think they were stealing from the public. That was pretty disgusting that they censored that guy on false information. That I came there with him because I don't know that guy. I never met him until today. That was the first time I ever met him in person and shook his hand and spoke to him was today. On my mom's life. I've never spoken to that man before that day. What do you guys think? Should we go cop watch in Ithaca? Shut down police in Ithaca tonight? It's only 7:10. What'd you guys think of the Ithaca police gaslighting the people in that post? Did you guys see that the Ithaca Police Department shut off all their comments on all their social medias because people were mean to them? They got trolled into a fucking oblivion for being PTSDs or PSDS piles of shit. I'm glad you guys were all there with me today. When I go off live, I'll probably make this video private, and we're gonna make a full video on it since Gary Brin wants to, you know, the whole, he wants the recognition for being all high and mighty. So we're gonna make a video about Ryan Brin or Gary Brin. What a pile of shit. Really irritated me, that guy. Talking all sorts of personal stuff on people. PSDS, guys, public servant derangement syndrome. I had to explain it to them. And then Gary Brin goes and gives out, it displays public derangement syndrome when he's like, oh, I got phone calls and people were mean to me because I didn't do my job. Right? And that's my fault. That's PSDS to the max. I mean, it's a legitimate question. How did the chief of police get his job? Was it cocaine and blowjobs? Because he certainly doesn't know the law. You guys know that even the only city in New York, the only city that I know of that has made a law against filming in public places is Schenectady, New York, right? Schenectady is the only pile of shit communist city that has this and enforces it, right? Even Schenectady, let this set in, even Schenectady, their law, their ordinance says that you can record at a public meeting because it says so already in open public meetings law. For them to tell a person in the public that they need to shut their camera off, what a joke. What a pile of shit those guys are, boy. I'll tell you. What a disappointment. Stupid PTSD liquor. PSDS liquor. That was that lady who was like, go back to Buffalo, leave the chief alone. Really? Really? I'm supposed to leave the chief alone? The chief who doesn't know his own oath of office, doesn't know the law, and somehow got that job? He's the head of the police department? What a joke. I can't wait to look back at the footage when PSDS sucker. That's worse than a bootlicker, because bootlickers enable the cops to think they're great. PSDS suckers enable these PSDS to verify their PSDS is legitimate, right? They're worse than bootlickers because they can escalate it all. Find a gas station this way the quickest. God, how hot do you guys need it in here? I got the heat up on high. Go ahead, everybody watching, go ahead and throw up in the comment section where you're watching from. Throw your town and state up there for me. Let's see where we're all at today. I might have went on the wrong side here. Find a gas station. Canada. Alabama, Tulsa. All right, we got some Tulsa in here. Gotta slow it down in this 30. I think I took the wrong direction to hit a gas station. They're all on the other side of the thruway. I can see them. I'm gonna have to spin a U here. I don't think there's no underpasses here to zip under. Let's go. Canada in the house. Hawaii. Spin this around. We need to get on the other side of that thruway where all the gas stations are to get me something to drink for my 2-hour drive home. And then I can end this live so you guys know I'm safe and out of the reach of I'm out of the reach of the Elmira Police Department. In retaliation, I wasn't worried, but I know you guys would if I went off the live before I left town. I want you guys worrying about me. The corruption cruiser is a force of its own. Cops definitely don't want nothing to do with pulling that over. It's like the last car on the street they want to deal with for the day. But I'm gonna stop at this gas station so that I can get off this live, because I don't know if you guys know, here in New York there's a no-touch law that actually touching my phone while driving is illegal. So if I were to reach over and end this live, it would be technically a violation of the law. But I want to make sure I was out of Elmira before going off the live, so none of you guys had to worry that I was making it home safe, away from that corrupt organization. Boy, did I pick the wrong exit. Boy, oh boy, did I pick the wrong exit. Hey, just out of curiosity, because I shared something today and posted a video, did you guys get a notification today for today's live stream? You guys watching, did you get a notification? Did YouTube send one to you for this live stream? Apparently I should have got off the next exit and avoided all that detour. You know, there's one thing I noticed at that meeting, that everybody that spoke said, do not censure Grasso. And I didn't hear one person speaking for censoring Grasso. So that makes you wonder, did the people at all, even close, did the council members at all, even close, represent the people? No, I don't think so. You guys make sure you leave a comment of what you guys think of this here whole situation where they're going to censure Grasso for possibly shaking my hand. And when you guys see the full video footage, I had no idea who he was. I really didn't even know till today. I was told about he was getting censoring because he worked with me. I'm like, really? I worked with someone that didn't even know it. So you guys leave your comments what you think about all that, and I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm gonna go off the live stream here, get myself a drink. I am out of Elmira, out of the hand reach of the Elmira PD and that corrupt pile of shit chief of police who doesn't even know the law. Makes you wonder if he got cocaine on the blowjobs to get that job, because he didn't get it on his merits of a law, knowing why he would think he could remove somebody from a public meeting. I don't know. For filming, protected. So you guys leave your comments in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm on my way home, 2 hours, and I'll be in my bed. See you guys.